If you can find cheap car deals, it's impossible to lose money flipping cars. So I'll show you how I actually search for underpriced listings and walk you through the entire process I've built over 6 years of buying cars as a full-time car flipper. This car is going to be the first one we look at. It's only $2,200 and it's a Toyota Camry, which are great cars. It has 175,000 miles and they wrote oboe, meaning they're open for negotiation. It looks to be in good condition. Ooh, the back doesn't look too good. So it would need a repaint, but I'd actually consider this if I could get it for a good price. Even like $1,500 could be a good price. Ford Fiestas are usually cheap cars and it has too many miles. This one, BMW, overpriced. And we'll just scroll through, quickly sorting through everything and see what we can find. $1,000 for a car. See if there's anything wrong. Or best offer, good condition, car runs, but needs work done to the car, new brakes, struts, tires. So it just needs brakes and struts, but he says it needs to be towed, which is a little weird. But this one I would for sure go to check out, make sure if it still drives, make sure everything's good, inspect it. And if it just needs brakes and struts, then we're for sure gonna buy this, even at the $1,000. He said or best offer, so we could negotiate it even more. It does have a crazy amount of miles, but for a running and driving car, it could be worth it. This one's a 2018 Ford Mustang. It's pretty high price and I normally don't deal with these, but let's see, it's salvage title, that's why it's cheap. This one is a cheap car, but it's just so old I won't even click on it. It doesn't even have that many miles, but it's not worth it. This one for a Jeep and the price, 100,000 miles, it technically could be worth it. It seems like a pretty good car. It looks brand new almost. You would literally just buy this car if you could negotiate down to a good price and just resell it right away. You wouldn't have to do anything to it. For the filters, I just have it sorted by newest and by owner. That's all you need, nothing else. This one's a really cheap Honda. Let's see if there's anything wrong. It needs new control arms, but that's really not a big deal. It has a lot of miles. So it is a good deal. It just has a lot of miles, so I probably wouldn't deal with it unless you could get it for like $1,000. For the distance you put in when you're searching for deals, start at like 40 miles and then keep increasing it until you find a deal you want to buy. But I just have it really broad so we can just find as many deals as we need, just to show you what it's like finding deals. Right here, this one looks like it might be a deal. It seems to be perfect condition. It looks really clean of a car. They say oboe. So I'd go check out this car, and if I could negotiate it to the right price, I would buy it. And you could just flip it instantly with no work. This one seems pretty cheap. These cars usually aren't going for too expensive. It needs engine light. I probably would just skip on this one. This one's all-wheel drive. It sells for more money when they're all-wheel drive. It does have a lot of miles, but it's not too expensive for what it is. Is the lowest and best price? Probably wouldn't buy this one. They aren't gonna negotiate much. And we're gonna be going back to some of these cars that I think are good deals. We're gonna buy a Carfax on them, see if they're actually a good deal, and decide if I'd actually go in person and buy it. And the Carfax is really important on these because some of them can have major problems that are hiding. And if you don't buy a Carfax, you're just gonna miss out and not actually notice them. And then once you buy the car, it's gonna have all sorts of problems or there's something wrong with it and you won't be able to sell it for what you thought you could. All of these high priced cars like 25,000, I just scroll through, but I don't sort them out because if they're a really good deal, I will still buy them. Like this, you don't want any of these high priced ones, even 8,000. I try to stick under $5,000. This one's cheap. It is a really old car, but for the price, let's see if there's anything wrong. It doesn't look like there's anything wrong. They just replaced a whole bunch of stuff. If that's actually true and the miles are what they are, yeah, the paint's bad. The interior isn't perfect, but it's an old car. For running and driving for $1,200, even without negotiating, this is a great deal. 178,000 miles, $2,000. I'm just looking in the description quickly if it needs anything. It was hit in the frame and doors. Yeah. This one's actually not bad. You might be able to replace the two doors, but it could also be bent in and you'd need to do a lot more work. And it's gonna be sold as salvage, so I wouldn't want this car even though it's so cheap. This one, we're gonna click on it. It's all right price, good miles. There's nothing, best and lowest price. So what I see here is we just clicked on a car earlier like this. It said is the lowest and best price. The description looked the same, meaning this is a flipper that's just selling a lot of cars and they use the same description template. So if I see that again, I'm not gonna look at it at all because they're flipping it and we just don't like to deal with flippers. Sometimes they fix the cars badly or they already made all the profit you're gonna make on the car, so it's not even worth checking out. Another cheap Toyota Camry. These things go tons of miles. It doesn't have anything wrong with it. It's kind of probably a flip, if I had to guess. Look at that thing, a 1929 Model A. This thing for a truck, it's a pretty good price. V10, crazy. It seems to be a pretty good car, and I could possibly buy it. It is high miles, but everybody loves trucks. They're perfect for work. The looks of them are good. So I would try to negotiate the price down and buy it. 96,000 miles, $1,800. Runs good. It's literally a perfect car. Doesn't look like it has any problems. Maybe there's just some minor stuff. It is a salvaged. I hate to deal with salvaged, but if I could get this car for even $1,500, someone would definitely buy it for 2,500 or something. I'm actually gonna get a Carfax on this, and so I just get the plate number and get a Carfax for it, and we could see the history and see if it's actually a good deal. All right, so we just got the Carfax, and you can see the retail value is $3,000. And so it could be good, but already you see that it was a branded title, rebuilt, salvaged. It's not good to be salvaged, but of course we already figured that out in the listing right here. So back to the Carfax, total loss. But other than the total loss, we're gonna check, see if there's anything else. And then I just quickly scroll through these, see if there's anything major, like there's damage, but it doesn't really matter. And you just scroll to see if the reports are consistent, like there's not a 5-year gap of no service or something. But when you're flipping a car, it doesn't matter as much as a personal car. You can see total loss, it was damaged in the back, which is better to be damaged in the back because then there's nothing wrong with the engine usually. This is the sketchy thing. The new owner bought it, they got a rebuilt title for it, and then they did no service for it up until when we're buying it. So this person, they haven't done any service, but it looks like it's in a car lot, so maybe they're a mechanic and they're just trying to get rid of it. We're not sure exactly, but since I know the accident was in the back, I'll look at the back, see if there's anything wrong. Like you can see the bumper's a slightly different color. It was probably repainted. And when you go in person, just make sure all the body panels are all lined up. But this one, yeah, it's a salvage, but it's a good price, and I'd consider buying it. This one's really cheap, good miles, mechanic special, what does that mean? Leaving town, didn't finish the job. So it has a misfire, and it seems like it's just been sitting for probably a year. A lot of the times they under-exaggerate. It has some damage. I'm not even gonna really check it out. Yeah, look at that. Like, we don't want that car. $2,000, it does have 200,000 miles, which is a lot. It needs a lot of work, it kind of seems like. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. I mean, if you could get it for $1,000, it'd be a deal. This one looks clean, so I'm just gonna click it. It has high miles, but let's check it out really quick. It's not the best. Skip on that one. Dodge Caravan, $900. It is a handicap. It's really beat up, but it has good miles. It hasn't ran in 3 years. I missed that part. But we don't want cars that haven't ran in 3 years. They just need a lot more work than I'm willing to put into it. It's better to just sell cars that'll be able to fix up quickly and just make a few grand on and then move on to the next car than buy one where you're gonna have to work on it for weeks or even like a month on it. This Tesla is actually a pretty good deal at 30,000. I think they usually go for like 33,000. This one, you're like 11,000 miles, oh, good deal for a Tesla. You could make 3 grand profit on it just buying it and selling it, but it's not worth it to risk $30,000. It's better to just buy like a $3,000 car and fix it up and make $2,000 profit. This one looks good, low miles, low price. See what's wrong with it. Door locks but damaged. Oh yeah. It has a check engine light on, needs some more repairs. This is more of like a time investment. It's salvage also. It has a lot of problems, honestly. And then also I'll look on cars. You can see the registration sticker. Make sure it's up to date because then you're gonna have to pay to get it registered or the next person will that buys it from you. So that one, just because it was salvaged, it had a lot of problems I won't even deal with and I'll move on to the next one. This one looks pretty good. These things are usually cheap, but it seems to be in perfect condition. Looks like something up with the paint. Yeah, the paint's fading, but it still could be worth dealing with. Other than that, the seats are dirty, but all that stuff can be cleaned up. The headlight was replaced. Maybe it was crashed, so I'll zoom in. Yeah, it was all dinged up. It looks like it might be repainted. This one still could be a good deal though. A lot of people hide the license plate because they think it's gonna give out some sort of information. This person didn't give the license plate, but I would ask him for the license plate number, buy a Carfax for it, and go see it if the Carfax checked out. This one's way overpriced, but we like to look for cars with no images because less people will click on them, and usually you can find a pretty good deal. This one's only $3,000. Fails smog check. It needs a catalytic converter. Catalytic converter ones aren't usually worth dealing with, and you can see like the brake lights on, the airbags on. It's not worth dealing with. Ford Fiestas are usually pretty new. They go for cheap prices. This one looks pretty good. It has a weird description, which is a little iffy. It might be a flipper or something. Yeah, look at how clean that engine bay is. We don't like to look for clean engine bays because it means someone's trying to flip it, maybe hide something. I'm not sure exactly. Maybe I'd message the guy. Honestly, on this one, I wouldn't deal with it. And I'm just scrolling through these quickly. If you're just starting out, you might want to go a little slower, look at the listings more. But once you get a hang of it, you can kind of look at them pretty quickly and figure out what's actually going to make you money. Just a quick tip, like you can see some stickers here, and then there's also scrapes around them. There's probably some deep scrapes under the stickers. People put them there to hide stuff. This one, very cheap price. Already looks like the paint's messed up. Yeah, just horrible paint. With horrible paint, you can't do much other than repaint, and that costs thousands of dollars, so it's not worth it. Yeah, you can paint it yourself, but... All right, here's one. Honda. Hondas always sell really well. 140,000 miles. The hood's all faded. The roof's faded. All the top panels always fade just from the sun and on these old cars. It's probably not that good of a deal, but we're going to check and show you how to compare the price. But we will take the car model, We just copy and paste it into my own tab on here, Craigslist. You could just look for ones similar years. It was around 2004, so we'll just check it out. There's one, 4,000. That's one we looked at earlier. That's the one we're looking at now. Maybe you could make $1,000 on it. So this one, just looking at it quickly, the miles are all right, but I wouldn't do this one because it's just not worth it. For only $1,000 and having to deal with that car, I'd rather find one where I could make $2,000, $3,000 and get the money much easier. This one, all right miles. As you can see, almost the cars don't matter if they're around $3,000 and 150,000 miles. It's usually worth it if they're in decent condition and don't require much. Kind of looks like someone's flipping it. Yeah, like he has a scanner. He's showing it's clear, but that means he probably fixed it up and is now selling it. This one, $1,300. You can see the hood's misaligned. The bumper's all cracked. It was in a crash. We don't want it. I don't even read the description. I saw it said firm, which is even worse. $2,500 for a SUV like these can actually be a good deal. It has a lot of miles. But I'm just checking. Seats ripped, dirty carpets. It has a tire light on. It doesn't really matter. It needs a new battery, needs work. When they say needs work, it usually needs a lot of work, more than they're showing. When you show up, there's just tons of problems. This one, great deal. It's an old car, but it is a Pontiac. Toyota Corolla runs excellent. The outside's pretty horrible. I mean, for the miles and the price, it is a decent deal. And we're just going to compare this one with other ones. Before you buy a car, you should always do this and compare it. This one's a 2003, so we're going to look for 2003. You just skip over the 2016, 2015. Here's another 2003 for 4,000. Here's one 4,000, 3,000, 5,000, 2,000. So for this one, we go back to it. It's 1,200. No codes, runs good. This one's a good deal, even though it has a little bit of body damage and stuff. You could make a lot of money on this one. So now that we compared it, made sure the price is good, we're just going to get a Carfax with the plate number. And if the Carfax checks out, it's worth buying at the price it is. You might have to replace like the fender or the bumper, but it's still worth it. Let's see what the Carfax says. And here's the Carfax for it. I would say this retail value is probably accurate, but if you want a completely free Carfax, I linked one in the description where I'll get you one for completely free. They're normally $45, but I get them for a fraction of the price, so I don't really mind giving them to you to help you out with your car flip. So looking over this car flip, it seems like it had 4 owners. That's not too bad. Service records, I just quickly scroll through them. The beginning ones don't matter as much as long as the car, like this one was serviced crazy amount in the early days. This guy probably did his own work on it because there's no work shown from when he had it from 120 to 170 miles. And it gets up to 200,000 miles. I really didn't even notice this one was at 200,000 miles. Yeah, it says 170. So that's something to look for when it says 170. And then now on the Carfax, it says 200,000. This still could be a good deal. But the guy's had it. He hasn't done any service records. Now, because of the Carfax, it makes me a little iffy on it, but it is a good price, so I'd still go check it out. And every time, I'm always thinking about negotiating the price, getting it down even lower than what's at. And even if they say it's firm, I'd still recommend trying to negotiate the price a little bit when you get there. SUVs always sell for more, so I'll click on them a lot of the time. 160,000 miles, 3,000. It could be good. I would actually go see this car, maybe try and negotiate them down a bit. It looks like their personal car. They cleaned it up and are trying to get a lot of money for it, so they might not want to negotiate much. And here's a $2,000 Oldsmobile Arrero. It looks pretty good. It's clean. It needs a little bit of work on the front. It was probably in a crash. It's $1,200, 200,000 miles. These cars that are $1,000 for 200,000 miles are definitely worth it, even though they do have high miles. You usually can sell them for around $2,000, sometimes even $3,000 if it's a really good car. Chryslers are completely cheap. It's a convertible, which could get some people interested. It seems pretty good. It just has a weird description. I don't know. It's iffy when you see descriptions like this. The price is probably accurate for what it is. It has some problems. I would skip this one, and those are just usually cheap cars. Like, I'll show you a Chrysler. Like, you can just see they're 3,000, 2,000. They don't sell for much, whatever they're 1,000. These things sell for super cheap. I'll still buy them sometimes, but they're just cheap cars, so don't expect to make a whole bunch of money on them, even though they're cheaper than most cars. Here, BMWs, they have a lot of problems at 200,000 miles like this one. They say it's pretty good. There's nothing wrong with it. These cars are so-so because they break down a lot, but they also sell for a lot. And especially at 200,000 miles, they're going to sell for not as much. They're going to break down more often. This one I'd actually go check out. At the price, I wouldn't even ask them if they're negotiable, and then try to negotiate in person. These Volkswagens are always super cheap, but they're a really good car. They don't really break down much. This one looks perfectly clean. It could be a good deal if you could get it for $3,500 maybe. $500, there's definitely something wrong. Does not run, broken timing belt. And then as you can see, like on the dash, there's just tons of lights on it. So even though you think, oh, I'll just replace the timing belt, look at all those lights. It's going to cost a lot of money to get fixed up. Like this one, it's too many miles, but you can just see it's super dirty. Like just from the first picture seeing them, you can kind of judge if it's going to be worth buying or not. Z3 for parts. Sometimes I'll click on the 4 parts ones because they're still fixable. Seems like it definitely has some problems, and he doesn't really say exactly what's wrong with it. Sometimes I'd ask him exactly what's wrong with it and if I'd be able to fix it up, but this one doesn't even have pictures, so I'll just skip over it. It's not worth it. $500, pretty low miles. We lost the title. When they lose the title, you don't want to buy a car without a title no matter what. It says it's been sitting, but that's not too bad. Sometimes you can call them and ask them if you can pay them an extra $500 if they go to the DMV with you and get the title, and that can be worth it, but most people won't go to the DMV with you. And they'll just say, I'm selling it how it is. So if they do that, you don't want to buy it. This one, it's an old car, good miles. It does look pretty nice. I actually just flipped one of these recently and I made like $2,000 with no work on it. All right, here's another one. Decent miles for the price. Here's just a Mercedes 2500. These things have crazy amount of problems when they get around 200,000 miles. So no matter the price, I almost will never buy them. Seems like a good car, but it's just way too old, so I won't buy this one. There's no plate on it, which is a little weird. Cheap car, ton of miles, but it's a truck. I mean, fuel gauge doesn't work, AC doesn't work. These trucks, even with a ton of problems, they sell for pretty good prices just because people want to be able to drive them around, use them for work. They don't really care. So this one, if you get it for $1,500, maybe it'd be a good price. But honestly, I'd skip over that. Another cheap PT Cruiser, but it does have really low miles for what it is, so I will click on it. It looks to be in like perfect condition. I mean, this one might sell for like $4,000. You could just buy it and flip it really quick. Could be a good deal. Honda Fit, these things are super reliable. It's all right price. It seems to be in perfect condition. Need a little detail. It just passed smog. Salvage title, I missed that over here. $880 for only 100,000 miles. Clean title, see, we missed it. Asking $8,800. So they just priced it wrong. It's not worth it. Ton of miles, but a good price. Paint's bad. It's got some dents. This Toyota Corolla looks like a good car. It's average priced, but if you could go and negotiate the price, be a pretty good car. Wow, look at this thing. It's super old. It's pretty cool though. Low miles, engine blown. Don't worry about it. Next, 2500 SUV, TPMS light on. That's the smallest problem ever. Warning light, hybrid battery needs to be replaced. I'm not sure. Oh, he says it right here. $2,000. If you can see it yourself, $1,200. This one has too high of miles. If it was like 150,000 miles, I'd definitely consider this car because it probably sells for a lot more. Toyota Priuses are always for sale, like $4,000 to $8,000. No low ballers, so we won't negotiate much. But it does look pretty good condition. The seats are a little messed up. Miles are good. These things last forever. And just the catalytic converters alone are worth $2,000. That one I'd skip, but look out for those because those are usually priced higher than you'd think, but they're actually worth a lot more. Toyota Corolla, always look at Toyotas. More people buy them, even if they aren't that good of a car, because they just know they're reliable. This one I wouldn't buy. Right here, 4x4, cheap price, decent miles. Looks to be in pretty good condition other than the seat, and the paint's a little faded, a little messed up. This one I'd definitely go check out in person, but I might even buy it for the price it's listed at. I can't get a Carfax for it because they don't show the plate, so I'd ask them for the plate number. But we're just going to take this and compare it with other prices just to see if it actually is a good deal. This one has 150,000 miles, 7,000, 4,000, 9,000. This one's cheap, it has more miles, it's in worse condition probably. This one's cheap, it looks horrible condition just from that first picture. So there is some cheap ones, but this one's definitely priced the lowest out of all of them for a good amount of miles. I would 100% go buy this one, and it says or best offer, so it's like a no-brainer to just go show up, call him, go buy it right now. Right here, trucks sell extremely well, good price. Doesn't look like anything's wrong. The paint's almost too good. When the paint looks really good, sometimes it's been repainted, so that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's hard to tell if it's been repainted. It probably hasn't. You can see the bottom of the bumper. It's a little faded. I'd 100% go check it out, and I'd probably buy it if it's as good as it seems from the listing. Right here, it doesn't say the miles. It could be 120,000, or it could just be something completely different. It's from Mexico, so you'd have to register it and put it in your name and then sell it. And that's $1,500. So for this and Oboe, it could be a good deal. It is rebuilt. I missed that. If the motor was rebuilt, I'm not sure if he means motor rebuilt or rebuilt title. It says clean title over here. You'd have to buy a Carfax for it, but if the motor was rebuilt, it's really not that big of a deal as long as it's working. This one, 3,000, 150,000 miles, all right condition, a little bit of faded paint. Salvage title, missed that, don't want it. Mini Coopers are always cheap. This one seems like a good trim model. They show the title, and on the title in the top right here, it'll say salvaged or not. So just make sure it's not salvaged. Like, you could see the VIN, so I could search up the car. He seems to be a great seller. He's showing everything. He has the Carfax for it. It looks to be a good car. He even has weather mats, which means he like to take care of it. It looks really clean. I mean, the description looks good. The price is firm, which is a little iffy, but if you can get this thing for literally $3,000, it looks about perfect. And if he's actually selling it, it has no problems, and it's the top of the line model, like, this is a no-brainer, buy it. I'm actually not sure 100% what these things are selling for, but I do know they sell for cheaper than other cars. So let's just see what they're selling for. And that was the top of the line model, remember? And a lot of these are usually going to be base model. 6,000, 4,000, 7,000, 4,000, 7,000, 3,000. See, this one's the cheapest, and it's literally the best with better miles than most of them. So this one seems like to be a pretty good deal. And just scrolling, like, I can see the fire marks, and you can see it looks like it's in like a dealership, and I can guarantee you right here, yeah, it's in a dealership. That's just like a dealership traditional listing description and pictures and stuff. You'd never want to deal with the dealership ones. And we're on by owner, when you can owner or dealer, but some dealers will post it under owner when they're really a dealer, which is actually illegal, but they don't care and they're never really gonna get caught. This one, cheap price, it's a really old car and high miles. So skip over that one. Oh, right here is a cheap BMW, no pictures, or best offer. It's got a blown head. If you are good at mechanics, this could be a good deal and you could actually fix it up. 200,000 miles. I mean, if you could get it for $1,000, it could be worth it for sure. This one, super cheap price, old car, needs some work, too much work. Lot of Hondas and Toyotas minivans. 3 left, they're dirty but working. Like, this is a weird scenario where you're like, why does he have so many of these things? What's up with them? If you buy all 3, we'll take $5,000. Looking out for things like this can sometimes actually be really worth it. This one, they're in pretty bad condition, but if you cleaned them up, they actually could be pretty worth it. If you're just starting out though, and you see something like this, it's not really worth it to even deal with, and just move on to another car. This one looks like it's a dealer car, but I'm just gonna click on it because it seems pretty cheap. I mean, yeah, it's a dealer car, probably worth what it is listed for. Dealers always overprice their cars because that's what they can get for the cars. So it's never worth buying from a dealer. And this one is a handicap one, so not as many people will buy it, but it seems to be in pretty good condition for it. It's super cheap. Can hear engine running, but don't want to make it worse. I miss that engine knock. We don't want it. These Scions also are selling for cheap all the time, but this one actually seems pretty good condition. They say asking 3,000, and when they say asking, it's kind of similar to OBO, which is or best offer, meaning they're willing to negotiate a little bit. Jeep Grand Cherokee, I can't say the word. Seems like a really clean one. It looks clean at the beginning, but if you actually go see, like, you can see it's completely scratched up. It might actually not be as clean as it looks, so I wouldn't deal with that one. It looks a little modded out. Another BMW, high miles, all right price. I mean, the miles are too high for me. This one's Sprinter. Sprinters sell really well, even with 400,000 miles. That's way too high. This one, brand new, broken transmission. These things always have broken transmissions. I mean, if you do transmission swaps, it's only $1,500. But I don't recommend most people to do transmission swaps. They just aren't worth it. This one, Toyota Corolla, under $3,000, all right mileage. This one, if you could get it for $2,000, it'd be worth it. Always be looking at every listing and make sure that that one's not a good deal, because if you just scroll past one, that could be a great deal. You're just missing out on a few $1,000s you could just make profit on really quickly, so make sure to look thoroughly at each one. Once you get better, you can start scrolling quicker and you kind of know what's the deal. Like, this one's super old, but it is low miles. All parts for engine are there. That means cheap Mini Cooper. Mechanic special, needs clutch repair, meaning it's manual. Manuals are harder to sell. But I mean, clutch repair, if you could do it quickly, it's a pretty good deal for what it is. 4x4, SUV, best combo. They always sell for the most money if they're 4x4 or SUV. Double whammy, extra good. All right miles. This one's, I mean, I'd go check it out, actually. This one, Toyota Prius, 90,000 miles. Seems to be perfect. The hood's always faded and, like, the roof, but this one is for sure good. I'd call them, see what's up with it, buy a Carfax, make sure everything's good, and I'd actually buy this one. You could probably sell it for $6,000 pretty easily, not much work. This one's super low price, high miles, someone's Christmas as well as mine. Paint's horrible. This one actually would be worth, title status missing. Nope, never mind. Ford Ranger, great car, never breaks down. This one's actually really good condition for what it is. Yeah, there's some tears and stuff on the seat and I did miss the hood's all messed up right there. But this one actually, for the price, for the miles, let's see what they sell for normally. But this one seems like it could be a good deal. Yeah, you can see 7,000 seems like the average price. There's some cheaper ones though, definitely, like this one. And sometimes I'll look to see if it's worth it, but then I'll find another one like this one and I'm like, whoa, this one might actually be a good price. It's only one picture. It looks like it was repainted. This one I wouldn't deal with. So this one I would actually go check out. And as you can see, we've already found a lot of good deals that are definitely worth it to go check out. And a lot of the cars I check out, I actually end up buying. In just a day, you could have bought like quite a few cars. Replace battery and alternator, there's no pictures. Mileage is good. I'd ask for pictures of it and I'd go check this one out. I'd just replace the battery and try and drive it away. When you see something like this, like it's super cheap, it's an old car, you can just see it's sitting in a field. It definitely doesn't run. I won't even click on the listing. $32,000, what's up with that? So this one's like way overpriced, but I'll actually click it because he probably mispriced it unless he's just like on drugs. I mean, maybe. It's good miles. I would actually text this guy and ask him if he actually wants $32,000, or maybe he mistyped it and it's 3,200. And if it's 3,200, this is like the best deal ever, and nobody would even click on it because it's so overpriced. BMW, low miles, low price, seems to have no problems. This one doesn't have many pictures. You can zoom in, like that headlight was replaced probably because the other one's more faded, which is totally fine because we're gonna fix them up anyways. There's little scratches. This one actually looks really good condition. It is salvage title, but for a BMW with that many miles, I'd consider it. I'd go check it out, make sure it's all good. All right, this one's cheap price, kind of high miles. A lot of stuff. Just looking over it quickly. Doesn't look like it really has much wrong with it. There's a lot of pictures, good to see. Let's see what these are normally selling for. So here we're just comparing it to see the price, like 3,000, 3,000, 5,000. These things are selling for a pretty good price. People love minivans. This one would be definitely worth it to check out. And the last thing we'll look for is the plate number. You can see like how they take the pictures. They're trying to cut out the plate. This is usually because they're just scared of like sharing some information. But usually if you ask them, just say, what's the plate number? And then buy a Carfax on it. They'll be completely fine with it. They'll give it to you as long as you explain what's wrong with it. Low miles, good price, kind of old, but it's a Honda. It just seems beat up. It's in a whole bunch of other cars, so it's probably a dealer, a flipper. Not sure exactly, but I'd skip over this one. Toyota Prius, 200,000 miles, hybrid battery replaced, body damage. It runs good. The door's messed up, the quarter panel's messed up, that side's messed up. It's just all messed up. Just this car's destroyed. This car, you could technically just like buy it and sell the catalytic converter for like $1,500 or something, and then just try to sell the car without one. This one for a Honda Civic, $5,000 is reasonable. Nah, it's not perfect. If it was like perfect, I'd consider it for the mileage. Cadillacs, these things are usually cheap. Transmission issues, more issues, don't want that one. Like some of these people just make horrible listings and it's like, they're just losing out on so much money just by making a bad listing. It's crazy. Here's a Jeep. Jeeps just sell for a lot, so I always click on them. It's too many miles, honestly. This one's an old Alfa Romero, which you don't see these very much. This guy, like you can see, he's got other cars, but it actually is a good deal for what it is if it had a title. Right here, Infinities. These things are pretty good cars. Bad oil pan, few small cracks. I mean, it just needs an oil pan. It does have a salvage title. These things are always crashed. It needs a lot of work, but it is a good price. Maybe you get $3,000 for it. I always try to make $2,000 at least on every car, and usually I could fix them up and flip them in less than a week. So that's what I'll always look for. This one, I almost clicked on it, but you can already see salvage title. So next one. Honda Fit, a lot of miles, but it's a good price. Few major problems. When they say that, don't even want to look at what the problems are. This one, I'm actually not sure what these cars are selling for. It looks in good condition, all right miles. I'll just see what they're selling for. It kind of looks a little overpriced, but sometimes you just have to refresh, see what they're actually worth. Yeah, like 3,000. Some of them are going for a lot more though, but there's a lot going for 3,000, 5,000, 3,000. Higher miles though. I mean, it's like a $4,000, $5,000 car, which this one's going for. And then now I know next time I see one of those roughly what the value is. Right here, Ford Fusion, low miles, high price. It's a pretty good car, but I'd say it's priced average. And I know some people that will find cars like this that are just priced average, and they'll just go to maybe 10, even 20 cars to go look at, and they'll just like offer like $2,000 for this car. And one person out of the 20 might say yes, and then they get a good deal for it. But I like to make sure it's a good deal before even going to check out. This one, these 4Runners go for a crazy amount of money. It's 4x4, needs engine work. This one actually could be worth it. So we're gonna buy a Carfax on it, honestly. See if there's anything major on the Carfax, if there's anything wrong. So on the Carfax, already there's nothing major. You'll see the major stuff right at the top. and it seems to be a pretty good car. So I'm just gonna scroll through quickly, see what's up with it. Like right here's a huge jump I just noticed. Like it went from 66, then there's one inspection, then 123. So there wasn't much service here. But when you're flipping a car, it doesn't matter as much as when you're buying a car. 210,000 miles, did it say that? 150,000. See, this always happens. It has 150,000 miles on the listing, but on the Carfax it has 210,000 miles. So this one needs engine work because it has more miles. I won't even ask them what the engine work is. But if it was at 150,000 miles, I'd definitely say, what's the engine work? And see if maybe I can fix it. So on this car, like that Carfax just saved us. We had 200,000 miles, and you always need to buy a Carfax every time before you go buy a car because it's just like a no-brainer. Like what if you just forgot to check the miles in person? Like this would have just saved you 50,000 miles, 60,000. So if you want a completely free Carfax, click the link in the description and I'll send you one over. That's it for the day, but once you find a deal, you're gonna wanna learn how to negotiate it for an even lower price. So check out this video to see how you can get thousands off an already good deal. And as always, I'm wishing you a lucky day.